Oh my goodness, so good to hear from Great Expectations. And Jenna, she's going to be on the show coming up. She always brings some fabulous guests.
Yes.
Just like we got to talk about the potato gram. This is Hastings' finest right here.
I think there's on the 13th that has to be done. So you have what?
Couple more days.
12 days?
Yeah, you got to get them in. Instead of sending Valentine's Day cards, you can get a potato gram. Like this one says,
I like big spuds and I do
cannot
not lie.
Yes, I love that. Speaking about not lying, we've got one of the most honest people I know on the planet. She's incredible, and we are going to lift you up on this Motivational Monday. Today's conversation is about leadership with heart, service, purpose, and building a future that truly includes everyone. Our guest is a woman who has dedicated her life to advocacy, education, healthcare access, and uplifting the most vulnerable neighbors. She is not running just for power, but for people, boo. Yes! She believes in safe, thriving communities, empowering students, accessible healthcare, and making our seniors, veterans, and families always have a seat at the table. Please give the warmest, sunniest TV welcome to Dr. Diana Jordan Baldwin!
Hey!
Welcome to Sunny TV.
Thank you, Davey. And I appreciate you all having me here. It's amazing to have you a part of my journey.
Absolutely, and this is an extraordinary journey. This is not our first interview that we've done together. The last one was the Women's Symposium. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
So the Empowerment Symposium was to be able to speak my story and tell the vision that God has shown me. I was afraid to speak up because, as you know, I had a powerful story, and I wrote a book that published today, as a matter of fact.
Yay!
Yes, and so being able to tell and share my story with women who were going through some of the same things, but seeing it in a vision was not even close to what I saw in person.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, I mean, we had tears, we had healing, we had prayers, we had just people coming into their own truths. And that was so important. That was more powerful than anything.
Because you had that trust factor with you. And I think that
Absolutely.
people really are able to be vulnerable with you and to work out problems that are affecting their communities, which is
Yes.
why you're running. And my first question to you is, running for office, where did this vision come from? Like, I mean, I'm so proud to support you.
Listen, this has always been a journey. When God put me on the journey to tell me that I was someone,
Yes.
I have a voice. And no matter who tried to shut my mouth, and as I say, my big mouth.
Yes, yeah. We
But,
have one here on staff.
And I love her
your
too.
face.
I love her.
Melanie.
But running, it's been my service my whole life, wanting to help others. So running is what I do. It's that thing. I'm that fire starter. My bosses used to call me, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm that girl. Give me a problem and I'll do my best to be able to solve that problem.
Yeah.
And so running and as a veteran, it gave me that insight to be able to say, I'm disciplined, right? I
Yeah.
understand what service means. I understand putting people, excuse me, before myself. Being selfless with your time, with your funds, being there for people who really need someone.
Yeah.
And that's me.
And
What-
that, go ahead. babe.
What branch of service were you in?
Army.
Oh, yeah.
Were you a
my dad's-
paratrooper?
No way. No way. I was that girl that ran anything that could be moved.
Okay.
Everything that you needed, medical supplies, logistical supplies.
Oh, my
I was
God.
that girl. You know, most people find, organizing things, the warehouses, keeping, the right supplies with the right people.
Director of Efficiency,
Right.
yes.
But they look at that as, oh, that's just the
That's
menial
hard.
job.
Yeah.
But that is hard, and it's important because if I didn't get the right parts, the right equipment,
Yeah.
and the right food to those service members, that would be a problem, and
Yeah.
they would not be able to do their mission.
Speaking about hard stuff, especially about what's going on in the world, whether, regardless of your opinions or thoughts or feelings, the hard stuff is right now is making sure people feel heard and making people feel seen.
Yes.
How do you expect to do that going forward?
Well, that starts with listening. That's number one, because I can't say I'm going to make someone heard if I don't even know what the problem is, right? So I don't want to come to the table and tell you my platform. I want to know what you need. That's important because if I know what you need, then I can be active and effective. So you got to be present. You got to listen. And then when you listen and be present, then you got to come up with solutions that can work for everyone. Now, will I resolve every problem?
No.
No. And it may not be a problem that I can resolve for every person in District 18, but we will find what is the common issue and be able to advocate for that.
So how often do you value the word, compromise? How important is that?
It is so important to me. I learned being number 7 of 10 children,
God
you
bless you.
compromise a lot.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
To
yes.
give peace to the whole to the
Yes.
whole tribe.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I will tell you that, and then me having 8 children.
My God bless
Right.
you.
Wait, you have 8 children.
Yes.
You look amazing.
Holy
I turned
moly.
60 on January 1st.
Stop it.
Yes, yes. And so having to negotiate with 7 girls and 1 boy,
Yes, ma'am.
my.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
that prepared me.
Yeah.
And then even in the Army and having soldiers, like I deployed with 800 soldiers and I brought them all back.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Being able to use that avenue to work with different personalities, to work and listen and see what's important to them. I bring that to the table.
Yes, you do.
Because that gives me the ability and the experience that I can listen. I don't come just wanting to run on, I got friends, I got people who give me money.
Right.
I'm running on experience.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
worked for the Corps of Engineer. I worked at the Department of Health and Human Services. Those positions gave me the ability to bring these services. The Small Business Administration, I taught small businesses how to set up their businesses, how to be able to navigate through the red tape.
And as God is my witness, I've seen you do this, which
Yeah,
is
no.
which is uncanny. Like
Thank
all of those local businesses that you brought, especially, I mean, it's affected not just District 18, but it's like a pebble in the water and the ripple effects. We see it all the way to West King Wednesdays. I mean, the things that you have done, you've shattered a glass ceiling and made it our dance floor, and that I have to applaud you for.
Thank
All of these beautiful years, honestly, amazing, amazing. But I really want to kind of shift focus real quick on healthcare.
Yes.
How do you, I mean, that is a hot topic right now,
healthcare.
right? You know?
It is.
How are you going to make accessible healthcare truly, what is that going to look like for Florida families?
Well, first of all, you need to cut out the red tape. You got to make it accessible, right?
Yeah.
Because the problem is the monies is there. The programs are there. But the biggest problem is getting through the red tape. I work with respite service for elder care and for youth. And some of the biggest issues in that arena is getting the funding, working with these agencies, the red tape. When I went to put in my application to get licensed, it took me 1.5 years to get through the burden of the red tape.
Mm-hmm.
And just like our leaders right now, they're already saying, how do we cut through that red tape
True.
to make sure we're getting the right funding to the right people, where even the elderly, they're not wasting time trying to drive cross town or distance
Yeah,
to
true.
get to a doctor's office.
They're
or waiting.
scared. I get
Yes.
it.
Yes.
We know so many seniors. We talked to Pie in the Sky, St. John's, amazing organization, that are just, so many of them are afraid to leave their house
Yes.
because of how to even get to the doctor's appointment.
Absolutely.
Which you're absolutely dead on when you're talking about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. We have medical transportation, even in the agency that I own. And one of the biggest things is, one lady I can help, but her funding is not right.
Right.
And we've called Sunshine Health. We went through all the different red tape and steps.
Right.
And I'm still working on that process right now, trying to streamline and get her the transportation she needs. Sometimes we've just taken her to her appointments.
Yeah.
I just ate the cost
Yeah.
and did it. Just giving back.
Right.
That's so important.
Because you're saving a life.
Yes.
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 Speaking of saving lives, I mean, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Veterans are absolutely ignored.
Yes.
And you know that's the truth.
Yes.
How can we shine a light, and how can, as a community, rally around beautiful veterans?
Biggest thing, and that's a good question and so important in my mind as a service disabled veteran, is that getting the right health care. Because, we struggle. You got veterans who struggle with PTSD. You got veterans who have different disabilities. Some of them still have anxiety about even leaving the house, as you stated. When they they can't be around crowds, a lot of them,
Yeah.
right? So we got to put plans and things in place that's accessible.
Yeah.
Give job opportunities that could help where they can get out of the house, feel safe. I started a program called Women Who Served. to help women who struggle with sexual abuse that happen in the military.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
With the ones who are dealing with personal abuse, the ones who are dealing with domestic violence, the ones who've dealt with not being heard while they were leaders, but their voice has been staggered. So they carried that into their private sector. And so they don't feel like they have a voice to stand up. I started this program to give every woman veteran a voice, get them the necessary help they need. Being in our title, I often say this is the tagline: sisters helping sisters in arms.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's important.
Absolutely.
That's important.
We talked to Lynn Geiser, who
I
is
love
the
her, by the way.
executive director of Hope for Veterans, and she has shined such a big light for me. She's been an incredible mentor with veterans and all the
Yes.
different services. She creates such a sisterhood and
Yes.
it's almost like a sorority of lady veterans, and just really lifting that community up. And I
Absolutely.
had no idea how large that is, because it's not just the ones on the front lines, it's also on the front lines of that household, making sure that their
Absolutely.
soldiers go up and out. I mean, that community is absolutely rallying for the need of support. How are you going to make sure that that legacy continues?
So I look at my own situation where me and my husband was both active duty, and my husband was killed in line of duty on August 2nd, 2012, but we served together. Our son was actually in the military and served our last few years.
Oh, wow.
Really? How beautiful is that?
Yes.
Was that hard for you?
It was difficult for me because the children who were still young,
Yeah.
my mother who supported me, I had to leave my children and deploy. I had to make a hard sacrifice to be able to
Wow.
serve my country, and we both did. And to lose my partner in life who kept me stable,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That was challenging.
Yeah,
my.
I know. I lost my dad too, and that was the hardest thing, because he's overseas and serving our country for multiple tours, and every time he came home, it was great. And then there was that one time when he didn't, and I think that for me was a game changer, to realize that yes, it is real, and what veterans have to go through, and especially their families and the support.
Absolutely.
So thank you for supporting veterans. I mean, obviously that goes hand in hand. Well, yeah. What do you think? I mean,
So veterans, it sits very close to my heart. My father was in the Marine Corps. He's now buried at Arlington National Cemetery. And all through growing up, he was like deployed, and he would come home, and we were very lucky because he always made it home.
yeah.
And then when he retired, the first time, he was like, I got to go do something to help veterans. He went and worked for the VA. He took no salary because he wanted to help.
Giving back.
He wanted to give back.
And that's the
You
true
know.
heart of this too. This whole campaign is giving back.
Is giving back, and this is why I'm fighting. I want to go back to your question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So you're a Gold Star family member, and I'm a Gold Star spouse. Most people don't talk about the Gold Star families, right? Very seldom do we hear it in every space.
Right.
We have a program called Tragedy Assistance, and the acronym is TAPS. They support, if it was not for that program, I don't know what me and my family would have done.
I didn't even know this
Right.
program existed.
It
Neither did
is.
I.
That's
and
amazing.
I will send more information.
Please
so
do.
I hope that you will talk about it, because there are a lot of Gold Star families right here in St. Johns County.
I would love to interview them.
Yes,
What an
and-
amazing organization.
Keith Ham, I will tell you, he's our coordinator here.
Cool.
And he is the one that keeps the families. He serviced Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Johns County, all of the surrounding Northeast. And he's amazing. He's there when we need it. When my children, we were still trying to figure out, mental health care for them, right? Because the loss was great.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was there. He gave us resources. He helped us. And I will tell you that, please, when I send you the information, every moment you get, please put a plug.
Absolutely.
Oh, of
1,000,000%. That's
Yeah,
because
that's
I
real
know that
important.
struggle is
So
absolutely
now let me
real.
ask you this question. So you're a doctor of psychology.
Yes.
How do you feel? Well, you have to be with 10 kids and mostly
God
girls
bless
and one
America.
boy. Like,
Yes.
8 of
Let me
them,
tell
she gave
you.
me 2 extras.
Ooh, yes.
but how do you feel with your background in psychology that helps you when you're out speaking to members of the community? Because the northern part of our county is very different than we are down we
That's true.
rock steady down here in Southside.
Absolutely.
But how do you feel having that background in psychology really helps you to kind of morph with all these different counties and bring people together?
Well, it helps you be able to respect the diversity, right? Because District 18 itself is very diverse.
huge.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
But I will tell you
From
that
Fruit Cove to Bay Meadows to Nocatee and
Right.
Palencia. I mean, that is
And everything in
a
between.
very, very eclectic group of people.
absolutely. And one of the biggest things for me is being able to understand the mind works differently. And you got to be able to listen and work through. And I will tell you, when I was in studies, understanding abnormal psychology,
Oof.
it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That course, I love that course. I think I wanted to take the course 3 times just so I
Oh,
could go back
wow.
over it again and again.
Okay, passion.
I love people though.
Yeah.
Ever since I was
Yeah.
a little girl, I love people.
You're a
I
natural
don't
communicator.
Care what color, what culture, I love people. And that's why I am able to represent all people. You don't have to like me for
Yeah.
me to be able to represent you.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to respect each other.
When we were sitting here right before you walked in, I said to David, I was like, David, you know what I love best about her? I said, well, she's funny. She's like a regular person, but you're very easy to talk to, and I think you have charisma, but it's not even that. It's like you have this like inner light that I feel like if I have something I want to talk about in my community, I can come to you anytime, and it's
Absolutely.
going to be heard.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, so I think that's the most important takeaway. I think when people meet you, oh, forget it. And there's a meet and greet coming up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good point. So that's what, February 8th, I think?
February 8th
Okay.
at 4 p.m. Now, understand that's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's only 1 hour.
Okay.
1 hour from 4 to 5.
Well, they have to go out and get more snacks.
Right.
So,
And they can get some snacks where we're having
Oh, all
snacks
right.
as well.
Okay, good. You know, snacks are very important.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But the biggest point for that in meet and greets is because that gives the constituents time to be real. Real talk with the candidate. Ask the questions, the hard questions. Even if you disagree with me, or maybe there's something you don't understand about why I'm
Yeah.
running and what I bring to the table to support you, right? Because we know we're going to have some people who disagree.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Of course.
On both sides.
It goes hands in hand. Yeah.
But this is not about a party line.
No.
It's about people.
That's why I wanted to talk to you today.
Yeah,
Just
it's
because it
about
does get
people.
so thick.
It
And it's
does.
not about the party line. It's
Right.
really truly about the people. And that's what I believe that you can do. And this is amazing what you do every single day. But I just kind of want to plan a hypothetical.
Okay.
So like what does success look like after the first year of your term? Let's just say, yep, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
So sitting back in your office, reflecting on that first year of success,
Yes.
what does that look like?
That looks like healthcare accessibility, right? Getting the right healthcare to the people who really need it.
Yeah.
Getting our vulnerable population the right mental health counselors and resources, supporting the nonprofit faith-based organizations who already, you have tons of organizations that are doing their best to reach the vulnerable people in our communities, right? And I'm not even just District 18. This is in general through Florida. You have some good, kind-hearted people who are really trying to help. So success looks like supporting them,
Yes.
getting the right funding, getting them in the right places, and connecting our people to them. But ultimately, being able to ensure every one of our constituents are heard and they feel valued and
Yeah.
they feel like we're getting the right situation to them. We're advocating for the bills that support them, right? Because they don't need another promise.
No.
What they need is actionable items that will reach them.
So how do you plan to do that in Tallahassee? You know that's not an easy crowd.
It's
How are you
not.
going to get that attention?
It's
Because I'm
not.
so
She's
tired.
gonna be her. She's
of the
gonna go out there
voiceless
and
not
be
getting
her
their
and be like,
voices.
You're gonna listen.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. How do you plan that Tallahassee motion?
So I told you, my old director used to say I'm a fire starter.
Yes, ma'am.
She's gonna start it on fire. I'm
Yes.
kidding. It's a
Listen.
joke.
Listen.
Well, not figuratively.
I will fight fiercely, right? You have to give and take up there in that space, right? Everybody want to get their point. They want to get their bill. They want to get you to buy in. Well, that's that compromise you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I need you to buy in for the things that I need for District 18, just like you need me to buy in for the things that you need, right?
Yeah.
So we sit at the table and we represent, because being up there is not about us. It's about the people who sent us there. So we have to remember who we serving.
Yes.
And I will remind them that every day. I might not get to win every fight,
Right.
but I won't stop bringing it to the table.
Yes.
Yes.
There it is. Yes.
That's
They
important.
can take your recipe all they want, but it will never be your
It
sauce.
will
No.
never, and they will not stop me.
Oh my goodness.
We have to work together.
Mm-hmm.
This is a one fight. I know people look at the party line and we're fighting against each other, but that's not the real fix.
Right.
No.
The sauce is, what is the greater common ground that we can come together on? Because ultimately, David, I tell you, I want to see us back where we were when 9/11 happened. All of us came together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what color, it didn't matter what party line, but we all came together and we wanted to fix what was broken. We wanted to take our power back that someone took away from us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Preach.
So
Absolutely.
that's where I want to see us again.
Mhm.
That's what America Look Great means,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Right?
And that's the truth. And that's
Absolutely.
unity and justice for us
For
all.
everybody.
I love it. Dr. Baldwin, thank you so much for
Yes,
your time
thank you so
today.
much.
Please keep us informed. You need anything from us, we would happy to have you back on the show.
Please do. The
You-
meet and greets are important. So if you know people in the different areas, talk to them.
Awesome.
Have the meet and greets. Let me answer the questions that they don't know about me. Don't make it up.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yes.
Because I'm very transparent.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with sharing. And if it's something I don't know, I'll learn for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How
I
can
love
people
it.
how can people reach out? How can people connect with you?
So we have the Facebook.
Yep.
We have, of course, all the social media. We have my website.
Perfect.
And I will definitely leave all that information with you. But most important of all, just reach out and call me. I'm real
Absolutely.
important.
Cool.
So listen, that is important for me. I'm accessible. And I will tell you that I have no issues with that. I am plastered all over the place. That's
Perfect.
one of the things. But I will leave information. They can contact you and say, how do I get in contact with her?
Love
Yeah.
it.
I will ensure that you have flyers, any way that they would want to connect. But February 8th, come.
Yes.
Fill the room.
Where are we going?
We're
Maribella?
going to Maribella Amenity Center.
All
Love it.
right.
I love
and
it.
yes, Facebook. We understand Facebook is blowing up with the football
Yeah.
and Super Bowl, and I'm a football fan too.
Yeah.
So my team is not there, so I'm going to be rooting. Well, we
I
won't
think
say.
that's how we all kind of feel. Yeah, we're all kind of just.
I just want to be in the room because I'm a football girl. Right?
Okay.
I love football.
I like
So-
football
I'm a
snacks.
halftime kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready for the halftime
See,
show.
I'm a
so-
football girl. I'll be in there really,
Going
with the-
for it.
yes, yes, yes. So February 8th at Maribella Immunity Center. It will only be an hour. Come at 4 p.m. Ask the questions. You want to get upright personal with me. You want to ask the questions. I want you to ask them. Be ready for the answer.
Yes.
Amazing.
Be
Amazing.
ready for the answer.
love it.
Amazing. Gosh,
Thank
this
you.
was so inspiring.
This was great.
Folks, we got to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance.